Well, it's the 20th of May. It's 12:50 in the afternoon. I gotta remember the highway. I think it was Interstate 43 in Wisconsin, exit 322. I'm at a Love's. It seems to have a lot of pumps for trucks. And I usually don't stop at Love's, but yesterday I was worried about fuel because I was heading into an area where there weren't a lot of pilots. But I planned it out. I figured I'd be able to stretch it to get to a pilot after I picked up my load of lumber. Well, wouldn't you know it, on my way up to pick up this load of lumber, my GPS didn't say that there was this Love's along my route. And I think I know why, because it looked brand new. So anyway, I popped into the Love's, filled up. And the thing with Love's is when you buy 50 gallons of fuel or more, you get a free soda, so beep. And there's my load of lumber. It looks like a set of stairs, but the packs of wood are, I think, nicely bundled. As you can tell by the front, they're pretty squared off, but obviously they had more than just the one layer, and they had a couple of big stacks and a smaller one that they pyramided. And on those last three bundles, I had to put gut straps through. Each section is 8 feet. They're 8-foot sections of hardwood lumber. It's rough cut, you know, it's like 1x6s, rough cut hardwood that I'm taking to some place, who knows, maybe they make furniture. But I mean, you can see some of the straps on this side, but this is one of those weird old trailers, and it's got these silver things that I still have no clue what they are. But on the back, you can see there are no straps on this side. They're all over on the other side for the spools, and I couldn't get a 4-inch strap all the way to the back. I had to use a 2-inch on the very back. And on each of the talls, anything over 2, I actually, even though they're 8 foot long, I put 3 straps on each of those, plus the gut strap. So far so good. I think I have like 5 hours to go. You know, here, let me, yeah, so let's splice this. Okay, now I'm inside the truck and not having to deal with keys and handfuls of food. Anyway, I started out about right where the tip of that little lake is. And that's where I started out today, and maybe it was farther north than that. I want to say it was farther north, because I've driven 185 miles so far. And you can see I've got to go. I went through Milwaukee, which wasn't bad. In fact, that's of this lake that I'm driving around. That once I went over a kind of a high overpass and I actually saw the lake. Otherwise, I have a feeling that I might see it again, maybe in Chicago and through this southern part of Indiana. But then I'm traveling pretty, I guess you could say, close to Detroit. Anyway, I've got 5 hours and 42 minutes to get there, which won't be a stretch. I'm on my 30-minute break right now. Let's see. I have 5 hours and 42 minutes to get there, and I have 7 hours and, whoa, come on, focus. 7 hours and 42 minutes on my 11-hour clock. 7 hours and 53 minutes on my 14-hour. It took I guess a little bit to load this morning, because, I mean, lumber tarps.
Messaging.
Shut up, you're not my real mom. The lumber tarps are always take longer to load, because instead of dealing with just 2 flaps on the sides, you're dealing with 3. So you have to spend a little bit of time on the ends as well. Whew. So that's about it this morning. I caught, I'm going to see if I can pull it off of my camera, but there was a turkey. I shouldn't even say what I filmed. or what I may have caught on my camera until I edit the video and see if it's in there, and just leave it as a surprise. Because normally when I say, hey, I think I caught something on my camera, I can't find it. But if you ever tried to hunt with an 18-wheeler, I had the opportunity this morning to almost collect a turkey. Because it must have been within, I don't know, 4 feet of my front windshield. And it was, I'll kind of give you a setup. See that main spot on the ground? That's where it took off, and here I am driving, and it flew in a path instead of like away from the truck, which would have been smart. It flew across the path of the truck. So as it lifted up in the air higher and higher, I could see it reaching the level of my face. And I'm like, this is going to be my luck. I'm going to run into a turkey on the middle of some Wisconsin road, and it's going to damage my windshield, and I'm going to have to do breakdown and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, that's my kind of luck. But I think he figured it out, because I could see him. He was like staring at me the whole time he was flying. He's trying to get away, and he's like, no, and eventually went that way. But right, yeah, I could have almost reached out and touched him. So we'll see if I can pull that off. But if I can't, I just told you what happened. I got to the load this morning at about 7:12, and I think they had some local flatbedders there that run there. It's a hardwood mill right on Shawano, Wisconsin is the name of the town. Cute. It was a nice town. It was very Dutch feel to it. The barns and whatnot, and the architecture had that kind of feel, and I thought it was a great town. Then I saw a cop in this little tiny town, and I'm like, wow, that would be the ideal job. to live in a tiny town and be the cop in that town and keeping the peace. Chillaxing in the car. So, anyway, I digress. I caught a picture. I was at a rest stop doing my 50-mile check on this load, and there was a screen on the wall showing local weather, and it looks like there's a bunch of nasty weather moving in from the west, about to hit like Milwaukee / Chicago, and as you can see, the clouds are kind of darkish gray, because it was, I was in a cloudless blue sky this morning when I picked up this load, and the weather's just continued to get worse. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to make myself some lunch. Still got some time on my 30-minute break, and then we'll hit the road. It's 7:39. I'm like 15 minutes away from my delivery. My work assignment says that there is no overnight parking there, but when I sent for directions, the directions came with overnight parking available. So I didn't want to chance it. So I get to stay under an advertisement sign. Some pretty cool trucks around here. There's actually a restaurant, and this is like a back parking lot for trucking that allows truck parking. Come over here, it's a little bit quieter. Some people have some drop trailers. It is raining right now, a little bit. And but that's it for tonight. I am Eastern time zone, 7. I said, what time was it? 7 something? So it's really 6 something. It's amazing just pulling in here, the cloud of dust that I kicked up and went across the parking lot like a sandstorm. So I will, the end of another day. It's It's Wednesday. I'll be delivering this tomorrow morning. It's exactly 7:41 Central Standard Time and 8:41 Eastern Time. So for me, I guess it's 8:41. And so typically I'm like in bed in like 15 minutes. So I got a little bit of time to edit some video and get things ready for tomorrow. It should go fairly simple. I think it's a smaller manufacturing plant. In my mind, I see that maybe I'm the only person showing up with a load, but I've been to places like this before, and there's other trucks there unloading product, and I'm like, wow, they must go through a lot of stuff. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Seriously,